It's become very often the weak side. As finally we'll see a Leona get through the draft, and there's Bay's Syndra that we talked about. He's so good at, so well.
Anyway.
And Nara's been picked a lot early, as we do see actually a nice hook here.
Oh man, well, Effort's dead. Just like that,
Master
first
Curse.
blood, that's a lot down on the bottom side. Now we are going to have this Rift Herald put up into the top lane as Rich will look to take an aggressive trade, but that might just mean his doom, as there is really nowhere for him to run, just going to be taken down as Krako takes that kill.
Great for them overall. In terms of the gold, obviously it's fairly even. They actually don't even get that last bit of the turret in the top.
And it keeps working, don't change it, as Kellen has to be careful here. That's going to be a pretty late blade coming out there from the Leona, but he's dead, it looks like anyway, as Duckdom, though, trying to come in with the big carry. He's got that crescendum rolling, as Kellen is going to survive as well.
They've actually gotten the last plate on that turret, too. Just barely not. And Rich should be fine here. He's actually going to try to trade this, though.
Oh!
That was crazy. Dust settles. He's going to be like, alright, well, I guess I'm going to push this turret down. I guess it's safe, but they lost another Drake. And Nongshim's rotations are just a little bit faster. There's a little bit is unable to get that Scatter of the Week to connect. But Duckdom is just like, okay, well, while you guys are being a little bit indecisive around the objective.
As you may need to take over Wolf, my stream's having a little bit of...
Okay, alright, well, we're going to see Rich isolated here on the side. He's stunned up. He's going to continue to engage and does a bunch of damage there. Effort has to run away. Summit just barely able to escape over the wall. And nobody dying on the side of Live Sandbox here. Bay is down, but everyone's so low health that this is still a 3v3 fight now around the Herald. And we'll smite that away as she's trying to grab it, but I think Krako is going to take it away. Nope, Lantern!
Oh, what? Guys, come on! Alright, there he goes. And now they're going to go for a trade. See you later, Kellen. Just going to get blasted.
What's he going to do? It's just so risky to actually commit. As Duckdom is like, yeah, so while you guys are being indecisive, another turret, by the way.
Yeah.
Just gonna grab some
third turret of the game.
Yep.
Okay, Ragnarok coming out here a bit late, but again, they're just setting up a concave and saying, okay, I dare you to try to take the Mountain Drake. They're gonna take a ton of damage from that mountain, and of course the poke that comes in, and another Drake if possible. As aggro on the Drake goes back to the side of Nongshim, gonna leash here just a bit. Hook gonna sail wide as Root Gale forces the stun that comes out. Okay, a sleep here onto Peanut could be huge. There's that burst I was talking about, and that's gonna give control of the pit over to the side of Liv Sandbox.
Vision control of this Drake, and they're just trying to rush it down with the clear time they have, and they're probably gonna get it.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get this one here. Smited down by Peanut, and all of a sudden, Root gets caught out. This is messy for the side of Liv Sandbox. Over the wall comes Rich. That's going to be another one of them poked out from the get-go here. So now 5-on-3 with Baron buff. And Nongshim, you know, they were struggling a little bit after losing that last team fight. They want to make a big movement here and try to close this game out. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to end it, but they want to get a insurmountable lead, perhaps.
Kellen's just added more of these to his turret collection this game. He grabs another one on his way to this inhibitor. Isn't able to get the inhibitor turrets. Kellen's going deep!
Kellen trying to add some more Pog votes if he didn't already have enough. Although, did they just overextend here? Nice flight once again coming in. Effort desperately trying to get in there and do it, but not able to do too much. They're at least able to get the one kill. That's a pretty little cooldown at this point. We'll see if he can get it back later on in the fight. That's going to be the kill going to actually Duckdom on the side of Nongshim here, as I don't know what that solar flare was. Now Effort is just going to have to flash away. In goes Krako, is able to get a huge Gore Drinker stack there, but even the bullet time not really able to do much. Summit coming in here, and everybody on the side of Liv Sandbox just filtering in one by one. This is not what you want to see if you are a Liv Sandbox fan, as the rest of the members super low, and it looks like Nongshim might just look for the end now.
Yeah, it looks like this is just going to be a good old GG at the end of this game. No light at the end of the tunnel anymore for Liv Sandbox, even after that one incredible fight from Fate. There is just simply no way out. Too indecisive. Nongshim again out-rotating, out-macroing with this Aphelios pick, getting tons of turret plates early. Very impressive macro game once again.
Absolutely.
The late game, you're going to have Samira, who's going to be able to do very well there. The mid Silas has been a pretty big favorite.
Annoying, but we'll see if he can actually get anything done from this.
The biggest winner is Bay right now. He could actually take a breath.
Ooh, Fate's going really aggressive here. Krako finally comes in. Was it just a bait all the time? Yes, it was. First blood comes in as my cat jumps on the desk, and Duckdom might be jumping.
You know, how this continues. Is Effort once again going to be aggressive?
Oh, man. Duckdom here with no summoners gets popped on, but actually Effort is the one that overextends, and now he's going to get burst down, but Root hitting level 6 and doing insane damage to Kellen there, showing that huge team fighting ability from the Samira. Knockup coming down onto the Gnar. Bay has to flash away. Actually avoids the collateral damage, but at the same time, Peanut coming in here says, well, I'm just going to go forward. I have to get this Rift Herald anyway. Going to be looking for the kill onto the Zoe. Does not. It's already showing in the mid lane and also the jungle, as Krako was helping out down there, but a nice lockdown onto Effort. He gets caught here as opening up from the backside is the Jhin. They're going to lock him down, and now coming in pretty late here is Fate, trying to bait for the rest of his team to come in, and will he be able to do so again? Yes, he will, as Fate comes in, but actually gets booped down by Rich, who will pick up the kill, but now Root getting into the fight, trying to build up to that S-Class, and there he is going to build up to it, but now trying to pick up that kill onto the Rel. He will finally do it, as Rich will go down to the side of Root, and Root will come down and try to finish off Peanut and should be able to double kill going the way of...
Through the latter part of that fight, it just does not happen. It's hard to explain without showing you where he's trying.
This is not looking too good. 2v5. Duckdom trying to turn it on to Root, see what he can get done. You can see Kellen desperately trying to sacrifice his life in hopes of saving Duckdom, or at least buying some time as one final shot, and that's going to be an extra kill to Root. So
Herald's going to trade down this whole turret.
Yeah, they're going to get first blood turret here, actually.
Yep. So that's actually a huge deal. I still think that the Live Sandbox trade was slightly better. But, I mean, you have Rift Herald, and you just immediately pivot away from the bot lane. You know that's a lost cause. Gets a second charge as well. And this is Nongshim on the map. They're just always out-rotating their opponents and trying to trade better. This is a bad spot to be.
Not again. They're going to get caught here underneath their turret, as that's going to be another kill onto the Jhin.
Might be more, because his turret's dead.
Yeah, Kellen's just going to die too. He's going to try to flash and make it over to Bay, but that was really desperate. He was... Samira has 5 of those kills. So now they're looking to trade here onto Rich. Doesn't look like he, you know, he realized this was coming. He was desperately... I say that, though. They are going to be looking for a dive onto Summit as the Ragnarok comes in here. Bay taking a lot of damage early on. Do they have the damage to burst through Ornn? Yes, they do. So a nice...
Here, across the board, but... Again, that Rift Herald could definitely open up this map, especially if they can get this mid-turret finally for Fate. He's going to have so much more room to work with the Zoe. And we only really got that zone around the Drake.
Oh, no.
This is a bit...
Oh, no. Not again. He's trying to dash away with the Gale Force. Nearly, just barely. He
just got a little bit of extra mobility here with that pickup, too.
Oh, Nongshim trying to get in here and force it with the Mega Gnar. Can they try to burst down this Ornn before he gets anything done? Does get the triple knockup, does the Ornn, but he does go down. Rich, rather, trying to boop some heads into the wall, but Rich is going to go down, and now there's not much of a front line to the side of Nongshim as, oh man, Duckdom just, Peanut will be able to get away, but Nongshim just, yeah.
12 kills up, but they have the, you know, the only
fight, and then eventually just got one shot by the Zoe. So now we're kind of trading on the map once again. It looks like, you know, Bay had to flash away from the Wrap pushing the top lane.
Seen this movie before, though. Kellen is like, oh, I'm looking for a stun over here with my turret at 5% health.
I mean, they are so massively stacked right now, as Peanut is seemingly alone, but actually he does have Kellen coming in, Duckdom trying to help out, Teleport coming in from Bay, but with the flash coming out, I don't... Oh, okay, Bay is actually going for this. He is going to use that Alistar ultimate and just,
just jumping the gun a little bit.
Yeah.
There. I mean, the thing is, like, they were cut in half. Nongshim but they still were able to reconsolidate with that teleport coming in from Bay, and the idea was there, but unfortunately the execution a little bit weak.
Yeah, now they're just getting burst down underneath the turrets. The Samira goes in, and you can see that Rich is desperate to get a flank and actually kills the Zoe somehow. So nicely done, I suppose, but he is a bit alone, as everybody else in his backline is just being shred to pieces here, as he'll just have to slink away, looking to try to trade a little bit. Back and die. They will go down fighting. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. They want to go for the fight. They're looking for the Ornn again. They're going to deny that ultimate coming in here, but do they have the damage as Root is going to get another kill and immediately just shreds that front line down. Doesn't really look like Nongshim have a chance in this one at all, as the Cloud
Andres, but you wouldn't believe it based on the burst damage you're seeing from this champion right now. He's got a... So this should just be a free inhibitor, and Nongshim's like pushing mid indecisively and now backing to try to hope to defend the base.
Peanut's like, just wait up, guys. I'm gonna take this inner turret. Don't worry, I'll be there eventually. As the Ornn ultimate gonna knock up Kellen as he just disappears again. And man, there are just so many super fed members on the side of Live Sandbox at this point in time. Rich trying to get it done. The Silas goes 100-0 in about 0.3 seconds. As that's going to be a double kill over to the side of Root. And again, like I said, you know, Nongshim at least make it fun. They're not going to go down without a fight. But at the end of the day, they did die 28 times. And that is going to be the win going to the side of Live Sandbox, as they will tie up the series.
Yeah, very much a different Zoe. They look to the Jace instead, and I mean I think it's still solid, but it doesn't give you that tanky front line that's gonna help you.
But he's down a level on Peanut. He's lost a ton of health already, and they're just trying to use their priority on the bottom side.
As Rich plays safe, he's gonna look for this Rift Herald.
He's dead. Yeah, just like that.
Force this commitment. It is going to be Live Sandbox just saying, well, okay, I guess. I mean, we will commit here, fine, and they actually do get the rest of these turret plates, so...
Really wants it for this team fight. That's what I would imagine. This team is probably saying, okay, we gotta back. We gotta get these items, because we have a big fight coming in here, and Peanut just gonna get taunted up. Big knock-up coming from Kellen, but the two of them are just out on a life raft, and they're gonna be sunk right here away from Nongshim, and take a look at this.
Summit's just, he's walking down the red carpet.
A juggernaut of a poke comp. Like, you're just never gonna be able to fight them. They can take the Drakes, they can siege your turrets.
Well, they needed to be aggressive. Krako's, speaking of which, gonna step over the line.
Hey, this is a nice little play. Krako, though, is going to be able to get away. Effort saving his nice, beautifully. But there it is. Bay finally pops off with a massive scatter the weak. He gets 3 kills. And here comes Summit. He's angry. Gets the 1, but that is a pretty clean ace.
And just getting too overzealous. So Nongshim finding their way into a team fight they didn't even necessarily need.
Well, I guess spared here in this game because, yes, bit of a mistake there. Maybe
it looks easy. You see the Hex Flash over the wall. Everything looks fancy for Kellen, but I don't know.
And not really have to deal with that siege. And let's see how this one's going to go. Peanut trying to get on top of Summit. They find him on the bottom side, and that's a nice amount of damage onto Krako as well. That Unbreakable Lil in the backside doing some work as Bay, oh, they may have overextended here as opening up is the Jhin. No more Unbreakable Will, and the siege turret that is Fate over the wall right now is huge, as finally that Alistair is going to go down. Summit looking for those accelerated shock blasts over the wall. And that was almost it for Nongshim. You know, they almost just had the damage to take out Summit, but at the end of the day, just not able to extend far enough and get the kills they needed. And Dead Syndra on the ground, as it looks like some damage done at the blue buff, as now Rich is just caught here. He is surviving for quite a while, but doesn't seem to be too much damage.
Honestly, a lot more careful than he is being at the moment. Just dying again just gives up the next objective back. He does have teleport, so he can rejoin for the straight fight. In just a moment here after he heals up, he is re-engaged again, giving the numbers advantage over to Live Sandbox, and they're just chipping away.
Yeah, we'll see what they can get done here. Some opening up coming out from the Jhin. The True Shot Barrage actually misses there on the backside, and Nongshim actually being given a lot of respect as they just come in and take it down. They're going to look to burst down the Jhin, and they will be able to, in fact. So a nice little pick there. Now Effort going to be totally caught on the backside. Peanut incredibly tanky, and actually fighting front to back here is Live Sandbox. Just the scraps being picked off.
Kellen goes low, they get the Drake, and then when the re-engage comes through here, it's actually incredibly done by Kellen. He makes the mega big play here as Effort turns around and tries to taunt everybody.
You got to give room to the engage of Nongshim. And that just gave
With
up.
Zoe, it's a lot more difficult to actually get that damage done consistently, especially when waves are pushing down your base. Like, you can't even poke anybody because the minions are in the way. You're struggling to find value, and DuckDom just stole his way back into this game by collecting minions. He's got a huge gold lead, as you pointed out earlier. They just want to end the game right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they can. I mean, there's a nice amount of wave clear on the side of Live Sandbox. Obviously, Baron is going to try to help them on the push for Notion, but we'll see what they can do here. You can see Effort, the one frontliner. He's going to get a taunt onto Peanut, but that's not enough. One turret is going to go down. Effort's getting chunked out here. DuckDom is just going wild on the front line, and it looks like Noshim just opened it up here, and they are going to take the win in a very close game 3. 10-7 at 30 minutes, but no